I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video. This is another PayPal request from Albin. Thank you so much for that. If anyone ever wants to request pretty much any type of video, you just send it, request, review, movie topic, commentary, whatever, either directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Both of those links are down in the info box. If not, no worries, but if so, thank you. But the review for today is Police Story 2 from 1988. Now, this is the police story I did not grow up with a lot. I mean, of the first four, I should say, the first four, this is the one I watched the least of the, because Super Cop and First Strike I watched quite a bit when I was younger. Because those were the Jackie Chan films being brought to America, with Jackie Chan dubbing the voice and things of that nature. And then the first police story I watched a bit more than this. And I don't know why, it just how it happened. And it seems like this sequel kind of gets a little bit under the radar, but I think it's a rather good sequel. I know some people say this has less action, but I thought it kind of had more action. Granted, nothing as grand as the shopping mall sequence at the end of the first movie. But I mean, you did a cool restaurant fight at the end with more glass breaking. If you didn't get enough glass breaking in the end of the first movie, you did more here. The start of the story is that because of the events of the first movie, Jackie Chan's character has been demoted to highway patrol, and some of the bad guys in the first movie, they keep beating up on his girlfriend, and he wants revenge on them, and he kissed some ass at a restaurant, breaking them through glass, breaking them, throwing them through windows. And then someone in a vehicle swerves and the top half fucking comes off and it crashes through the place. And so Jackie goes, I'm done with this, gives his badge. Then soon after has to clear a mall of a bomb threat. Did the right thing because there's a big boom. And it still has a good chunk of fight scenes. You have this good fight in a playground. And this is one of those scenes, it's a textbook on how to use the environment with fast, crisp, hard-hitting choreography. Because Jackie Chan's jumping in and out around the playground. The stuntmen, stunt team taking the hits. He's going down the slide, kicking, punching, throwing. Just beautifully choreographed. And even a little bit later, he runs from a car chasing him. He jumps off the wall while the vehicle hits a dead end and lands on top. Much better than when Brett Ratner tried to replicate it in Rush Hour 3. Because you remember the very beginning, near the beginning of that, when his friend gets shot and him and Chris Tucker are chasing this guy, and then Jackie Chan realizes it's his brother, and Jackie Chan had jumped off the wall, into it. Done much better here, which is the way it's not edited to shit, and the camera angles he uses. I thought it was interesting that one of the villains was a deaf mute who is also an explosive expert. I thought that was interesting, and he definitely knows his martial arts. The humor in here, I didn't mind at points. Like, he salutes and he accidentally breaks a window with his umbrella. Or he's trying to go undercover and he keeps itching, so he itches it with a fork. I mean, in retrospect, I guess I wouldn't say this had more action than the first one, the more I think about it. But just, there are moments that really made me go, oh shit, yeah. Like when he's taking in, his girlfriend is tied up, he's tied up, they're throwing these little firecracker things to fuck with them. He has to put on this explosive vest for this extortion money he has to give for the bad guys, otherwise they'll hurt his girlfriend. And then when he gets it off and he has to chase the bad guys, I love the bit where he gets on a truck, then he gets on another truck, and he like diving and maneuvering from all these billboards and getting on his back, and then he jumps through off the truck through this glass wall or billboard, whatever, onto another balcony. That was well done. That was good choreography. Dangerous stunts. And then the fireworks factory. No, not as good as the finale in Police Story 1, but still rather good. He's avoiding barrels like fucking Donkey Kong. He gets firecrackers on him and his fucking arm's on fire, or part of his hip is on fire. He's trying to slide down to get to the ground, but he gets blown off halfway through and he's hanging on for dear life. I do wish that in the fight he has with the deaf mute guy, he gets his ass kicked a lot. Granted, he does need a comeuppance because he gets the firecrackers and starts throwing it at him and burning him, like the guy's been doing to him before. But I wish Jackie was able to get a bit physical with the guy. Punches and kicks. That would be my disappointment, is that he should have been throwing this shit to the guy and then beat the fuck out of him. Like, ba 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 ba, and then kicked his ass off the balcony to the barrels below, and the place explodes. It just seemed a little bit anticlimactic. Like, he's getting his ass kicked by this guy, the deaf mute guy. He finally gets it thrown at him. Then the guy falls into these barrels, and then the whole place blows up. I'm like, there's something missing. Jackie should have gotten more. He should have had his payback. More so than just throwing the firecrackers back at him. Should have been him, like, beating the fuck. Maybe they're like, well, it's a deaf mute guy. Maybe that would look Jackie. Maybe that would seem to have Jackie look bad because he's beating up on a deaf mute character. Maybe that's why they didn't do that. But at least a couple punches and kicks. At least for good measure. At least. That would have been nice. All's fair in war. Fair? Let's be on a fucking fight don't mean fair, and fair don't give a fuck in the fight. That's the real truth. But again, the story, like the first movie, is almost inconsequential. At least to me. I know it's not a lot, but to me, Police Story 1 and 2, I don't watch for the story. I watch for Jackie Chan doing his great stunt work, fight scenes, choreography in his prime. He helped make these films. He's a very big part of them. Direction and writing, choreography, starring, stunts, singing the songs. Really passion projects. And what the hell was I going to say? Like the first one, I do wish Jackie Chan did his own dub. Granted, that wasn't really the thing that happened when this film came out around 1988 or so. And like Police Story 1, it didn't really get a big re-release in the US in the era of Super Cop, Police Story 3, Rumble in the Bronx, Operation Condor. But still, it would have been nice, because even Armor of God, or as they labeled it, Operation Condor 2, that was brought to the US. I mean, I don't remember that having a big theatrical release. More, almost seemed like more direct-to-video that went. And that had Jackie Chan doing his voice in the dub. Why didn't they do that stuff with Police Story? I don't know. I don't know why. Is it because Jackie directed it and he's like, nah, that's okay? But I mean, I know it's superficial, but it just bothers me when I'm hearing Jackie and it's not Jackie's voice. I'm sorry, that does bug me. Bugs the fuck out of me. I can't help it. But this is still a fun movie. I would say of the first 4 Police Stories, I mean, this is definitely better than can't even say it, New Police Story or Police Story Lockdown. But of the first 4, I guess I would put this at the bottom of the first 4, because maybe it helps that Super Cop and First Strike I grew up more, and that superficial thing that Jackie Chan does do the voice work. That does help a lot for me. And then with Police Story 1, the ending to that in the shopping mall is one of the best things Jackie has done. And while I think the action scenes are great in this, they don't ever overpower the ending of the first movie. But this is still a good sequel. Fun action scenes. Bits of humor I didn't mind. Still don't care about the love story. The plot, the deaf mute explosive expert who knows martial arts, the interesting idea. I know I think what was a Criterion or someone did a Blu-ray of Police Story 1 and 2? Something like that. Interesting. Whatever picked up? I don't know, maybe. I mean, I enjoy the films. I don't know. I'm not made of money. I don't know. But we'll see. By the way, thanks for watching. Take care. It's a fun film. It's a fun action film. You know, Jackie Chan in his prime. Doing his thing. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later.